Hi, this is Jade Harrell, host and producer of Sunday Morning Live. And you're listening to the Sunday Morning Live podcast, a chance to get what you missed. Sunday Morning Live is a public affairs program designed to provide our listeners the latest information, news, and issues of concern for the St. Louis community, the nation, and the world. For booking information, questions, ideas, or comments, please contact me at 314-333-8369 or jade@clearchannel.com.
The all-new Magic 100.3 is KMJM FM, Bridgeton, St. Louis, an iHeartRadio station. The views and opinions of the following show are not necessarily views and opinions of Clear Channel Media Entertainment, its staff, or management. We're addressing the issues that affect your family, the issues that impact St. Louis. It's Sunday Morning Live with your host, Jade Harrell, on the all-new Magic 100.3.
All right, it's with great pleasure, and I'm very delighted to share with our listeners again an annual event that we look forward to each February. And we're participating again in the Rosa Park Celebration 2014. It's the 10th anniversary, and I'm joined today by Mr. John Gaskin of the St. Louis County NAACP. Good morning to you, John.
Good morning. How are you, Jade?
I am fantastic-nomical, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me and taking the time out of your busy schedule to accommodate us.
Oh, anytime. You know, it is my great pleasure. I told you that anytime you could give me a call. Tell us about this year, and how did things go last year, by the way?
Last year, we had a wonderful crowd. Last year, the keynote speakers were County Executive Charlie Dooley and former Missouri Governor Bob Holden, and boy, did we have a wonderful time. This year, we're doing it again. This is our 10th year, and this year, rather than holding it in the county, we're going to be at a very historic place. We're going to be in downtown St. Louis in the Rotunda of the old courthouse. As you know, that is a very, very significant and historic place for African Americans, the home of the Dred Scott case.
Absolutely.
And on the steps where slaves used to be sold.
Absolutely.
And so what a fabulous opportunity to be in that rotunda to lift up and celebrate an American hero, an African American woman, Miss Rosa Parks.
Absolutely.
At 3 o'clock. The keynote speaker is none other than Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee of Houston, Texas. Everyone knows Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee has been a mighty, mighty voice for voting rights and civil rights in America for decades. And we also have one of our own, the Ferguson, Florissant Superintendent, Dr. Art McCoy, a name that has been in the news constantly in recent months. And so he is going to be bringing some words of encouragement to us, and so we're so very excited, and all of our many youth across the region are helping us with this. We've got Normandy High School's choir that's going to be performing.
Ooh, that's going to be a real
treat.
Man,
aren't they good?
Yes, they are. They're so good. They're going to Carnegie Hall, baby.
They do not mess around. And we've got Jennings High School's ROTC program.
Nice.
We've got Better Learning Communities Academy, an elementary school that's got their young people coming out to sing a couple of selections. This is about lifting up our youth. There's been a lot of discussion recently about our county schools and our schools. We want people to know what our youth are doing. They're not just on the news Saturday night. They're up somewhere on Sunday afternoon doing something productive.
That's right. That's right. So this is the 10th anniversary. Tell me about how this came to be and the history behind the celebration.
Well, back in 2004, that's when that bill was signed in the Rotunda of the old courthouse by then Governor Matt Blunt. Esther Haywood, then state representative, passed that bill in the Missouri legislature, passed unanimously, and that bill was passed. I think in 03. Not in 03. It was passed in 04 and signed into law the summer of 04. And so Esther Haywood passed that bill to give some recognition to Rosa Parks. She's the only woman in Missouri that has an Observance Day, and the only African American woman in Missouri to have an Observance Day in her honor. And so we're so excited. We've gotten so many elected officials that are going to be present, which I think is beautiful, to come out and pay tribute. And a lot of people from the general public. The event is free. If you want to get some more information, go to our website at www.stlcountynaacp.org. Go there. You can find some information. And if you intend to come, try to give us a call because our space is going to be limited because we're expecting a tremendous turnout this year from the public. This event is being presented by AT&T Missouri and Ameren Missouri, and our Lifetime Achievement Award is going to a woman that's done a whole lot in securing resources for African-American programs across our state, and that's Deborah Hollingsworth, retiring Senior Vice President for External Relations over at AT&T Missouri.
How perfect. How perfect for this
time. She's done so much for us. And so we're also recognizing one of our television stations that, as you can see when you turn on the news, they're committed to diversity and inclusion. And that, my friends, is KMOV TV. And Andre Hepkins is also serving as the MC for the afternoon, one of the anchors over at KMOV. And Sharon Reed, also one of the anchors, is accepting the award on behalf of KMOV. So we've got a star-studded event lined up, and you don't want to miss this one, I can promise you.
That's right. So send out the invitation again and include what we're trying to convey. What message do we want to be sure that we're getting to our young people as well about the event?
Absolutely. We want to make sure that people know that first of all, as Roslyn Brock says, courage will not skip this generation. And a part of courage is not being afraid to celebrate your history and who you are. And Rosa Parks is a part of American history. We would be remiss if we did not give her credit. Don't forget, sexism is in the African-American community, too. We hear a lot about Dr. King. We hear a lot about Malcolm X. We don't hear enough about that quiet lady that sat down so that we could stand up.
That's right. So thankful for it. And, John, for you keeping it alive here as well. Anything that you want to leave note about the St. Louis County NAACP at this time?
Well, I want you to know just last weekend I was sworn in as the youngest board member from St. Louis in 105 years, in the 105-year history of the NAACP. I'm your board member for this region, for the NAACP's National Board of Directors. I want people to know that the NAACP is the oldest, the boldest, the most feared and revered, the most cussed and discussed civil rights organization on the face of the planet.
That's right.
And so don't be afraid to come to the NAACP in both good and bad times. Come join us. We want your membership. Be bold and free and join the NAACP. And so once again, our number is 314-389-1552. Don't be a stranger. Call us anytime.
Oh, I love it, John. It's always a pleasure, and thank you so much for making the time and stopping by.
Jade, I want to thank everyone over there at Clear Channel, all the way to Beth Davis on up. You all have been superb. No one thanks you all enough in the community. Everything you all do with Heat Up St. Louis, the Urban League, all these wonderful organizations. You all are out here in the community doing grassroots work. We need more people like you, especially you, Jade.
Oh, give thanks. I sure appreciate you, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
Happy Rosa Parks Day.
Happy Rosa Parks Day to you as well.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Sunday Morning Live has been a cornerstone of the St. Louis community for over 30 years. In-studio guests include community organizations, political experts, professionals, and celebrities. Sunday Morning Live gives listeners the opportunity to dialogue with our guests and express their opinions. Take part, share your voice, and become connected. Be sure to check out our blog at kmjm.com, keyword Sunday Morning. Like us and follow us on Facebook at SMLSTL and keep the conversation going. Sunday Morning Live on Magic 100.3.
You've been listening to Sunday Morning Live, a public affairs program of the all-new Magic 100.3. The views and opinions of today's show were not necessarily the views and opinions of Clear Channel Media and Entertainment, its staff or management. Thank you for listening.